I had another question.
Yeah.
Because I'm also on an interview today, later. And the thing is, I don't really like these types of interviews because it's a group one. It's a group interview.
Oh, I love them.
Um, yeah, well, the thing is, I don't know if like you got any advice you would recommend because I don't like them honestly.
Okay. Happy to answer, but like when you say you don't like them, what is it you don't enjoy about them?
Like, I don't know, it's just I think there's probably less chance of maybe getting, being a fit for the company or just um like comparing to other people as well.
Okay. So that first thing you said about like less chance. So what are you focused on? When you say stuff like that, where is your focus going? Are you focused on you or are you focused on other people? I mean, it probably relates to your second statement, right?
Yeah.
Like you're not focused on yourself at all. And
No, no, no.
in sales, right? Like when you perform best, are you more focused on you, what you do, or are you focused on everybody else, outcomes? Like where are you best?
No, obviously me.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a silly question, but it's something that you have to take ownership of is like, are you focused more on you or everybody else? Right. And I think naturally this comes with bigger companies, right? And that's the opportunity cost you get. With a company that's more in the startup phases, you get the luxury of like more of a one-to-one connection, simpler interview. Versus when you have, maybe bigger companies that you're going for, they've got a lot more of a bigger pool to work with. So when it comes to interviews, I'm just focused on have I done the upfront work to fully prepare for what this company values, right?
Right.
Have I done loads of research on what's important to them, how they treat their clients? Have I gone through and reviewed all of their funnel and given it a go? Like at the end of the day, being a setite, like and standing out is so easy because all of these marketers that have promoted like people doing appointments saying have just brought more shit into the market, quite honestly. And I don't know if you've seen some of the stats, but like most people don't show up to their interviews. That's like step one, right? So for you to separate yourself, it's so easy. And I don't think you realize that. Like being even a part of this community and stealing the information from me and Chris, you've got it so easy if you implement it, right? And that's why I think for you, if anything, you should have like more confidence in the fact that you're up against more people, because I don't think many people are learning the information that me and Chris are sharing. Only a small percentage of people. So it's like for you, you've just got the biggest opportunity to show that like you're so dialed in, everyone else is going to be like, shit, this guy knows what the hell he's doing. I need to pick up my game. Right. So just focus on like your value and what you bring to the table. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be very good compared to the majority. You know? Um, for
Right.
group interviews, yeah, communicate the values of the company, what's important to them. Always reference like, oh, when I went through this part of your material, I noticed that you guys valued X, Y, and Z. Like, here's how I've demonstrated that. And always just introduce that and use that research to your advantage. And even if you like find a problem, like, oh yeah, I went through your funnel and I noticed X, Y, and Z, like, and I'm sure has that like caused you guys to lose out on like appointments or like drop-offs in opt-ins? Like if you find problems and then bring them up, that can sometimes help as well. But yeah, the main thing is that you show that
Right.
you've done your research and you communicate to their culture and values.
Yeah, makes sense, makes sense. Cool. Appreciate that.
Does that give you a little bit of a reframe, or is there any doubts you still have in your mind?
No, like I think it's just like preparing for any other interview. It's just trying to focus more on me and rather than focusing on everybody else.
Yeah. It's kind of like you focus on you and how good you are, but at the same time you put all of your focus in your communication towards the company.
Right.
It should never be about because you'll see that there's these other people on the tiles, you'll hear what some people will say, and sometimes they'll sound really good, really sharp. Billy Big Bollocks. But at the end of the day, that's you can't control that shit. You can only
Right.
control the value that you bring. And so it's just like, kind of internally go to sleep when they're talking, and then when your turn comes, it's like boom, there we go. Now it's my turn, right? And if you've done all that work, it's the company and you. That's all I look at is I don't see other people. I just see me and then the interviewer, and that's it. You know. So yeah, I'm not going to give you a, the typical advice people say for like, public speaking in groups where it's like, imagine everyone's naked and then, that helps apparently, but don't think that applies to this.
Yeah, yeah, makes sense, makes sense. Cool.
Cool.
Thank you for that, Taylor.
No probs.